What up, what up, what up? This your boy Oshin. This is Oshin's View. I'm in the building. You already know with my man Willie Negro right over there on the boards. And we got a special guest. I've been chasing her down for a few months. And to her defense, she wasn't really curving me, but she's in high demand. She's in high demand. She's been in movies. She's been in commercials. She's been doing her thing. So I stopped taking it so personal. But she finally responded back. And here we are, Ocean's View, my girl Juicy.
Hey y'all, I'm here.
And as y'all can see, it's this beautiful young lady. And I told her we gonna talk some shit. And if she ain't performing how she's supposed to perform, we gonna beat her up, and then y'all gonna beat up. We gonna beat up in the comment section and stuff.
Yo, I'm here.
So I was having a conversation the other day with a couple of friends. And it's kind of been a conversation that's been ongoing for a minute. Like, we've been going back and forth with it for years, because 1 minute somebody's feeling one way about it, next minute somebody else changed their mind because life experiences are showing them other things. I have a theory. I feel you can judge somebody, and you should judge somebody based on their exes. Now, before y'all jump in here, I don't mean one ex. I'm talking a few people, and everybody, let me be clear, everybody doesn't have to be your boyfriend or your girlfriend, but pretty much people you've been dealing with. Because in my mind, I believe we all have different types of people that at different points of our life that we like, we're attracted to. But I feel there's always at least one thing in common with all of them, one way or another, that it's like the common denominator in why you even choose to deal with them. Now, a lot of people don't believe that, because this whole theory of opposites attract, different times, so I get all that. But I personally feel, and I'm gonna go right there because I want y'all to go. There was a time when I was coming up where as a young man, you want to be considered the coolest. You don't have to be the toughest, but you definitely want to be considered tough. You want to have an edge to yourself, but you don't really know who you are. So then you got the hood dudes. You got street dudes and hood dudes. So it seems that when I grew up, the prettier young ladies always tend to go towards more the street and hood dudes or whatever. So as a young, impressionable mind, you look and you like, dang, well, she over here likes me, but such and such over there, she only mess with these dudes. So quite naturally, what does a young man start doing? He start trying to display certain behaviors because they want the attention of the young lady. Now, after years of this, because like I always said, at 16, I didn't know who I was, but I knew who I wasn't. So at 16, it wasn't that I was fully developed, but I understood what loops I'm not jumping through no more. It's like, look here, if she don't like me because I'm not like this, then so be it. Right. But as time went on, you get older, you get more experienced. I started noticing, I was like, you know what? I started to see the same young ladies that I was interested in, and I started seeing the dudes they were dealing with, like constantly, off and on, and just keep going. And I started thinking to myself, oh, I never had a chance with you. Because if this is what you're into, and I'm never going to be that, I never had a chance. So from that point on, not only, I don't want to say it made it easier for me, but it made it easier for me to be like, you know, try to talk to a young lady. If she's not interested, you know what? I just guess I'm not the one for whatever reasons. Do you think there's any validity to anything I just said with that in terms of judging people based off their exes or people they used to deal with?
For sure. I look at it as, because I can speak for myself.
Okay.
I look at the certain guys that I've dealt with back in the day, like, they define me to this day.
How so?
Yeah.
What? Because first off, all my ex-boyfriends is still around.
Okay.
They do not leave me alone. That's one thing. Then when I look back at it, I'll be like, how can I? And it's just like those was the type of guys that I was dealing with, and I'm kind of still stuck with dealing with those type of guys. Like you said, like hood. I like them hood. I do. But I'm trying to get out of that hood. I am. Like, oh, I want to work it, man. I want to work it, man.
See,
but
I'm going. I don't want to cut you off. Go ahead, continue.
But at the same time, I attract hood niggas. And it's like, why I can't never get me a man? And then when I do have the working man, they don't even really trust you as much. They think that you like, well, they don't trust me as much.
Should they have reasons to not trust you?
I mean, probably social media. Social media probably be having them all fucked up. That's probably for one. But no, like, I'm really is a good woman. But that hood nigga shit, that shit follows you. And then I be looking at certain niggas like, why was I even ew? And then when I deal with somebody else, they be like, you was dealing with him? Mm-hmm. Him? Yeah. Hell no, I could never see you even dealing with somebody like that. Look at you. That's what you want? And I be like, yeah, like it's embarrassing though. It's a little embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Because certain guys you be looking like, why is she dealing? Look at her. Come look at you. Like, why would you be having him coming in your house every night? Him? So you don't want nobody that's like different, like, and it'd be like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm kind of settling for less right now.
So, okay, when you say less, well, let me ask you this. Do you know the difference between a street dude and a hood dude?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Because you can have a street dude, nigga.
Okay,
whatever,
no.
Right?
Tell me some of the characteristics of what you think a street dude is.
Okay, you can have some guys that's street. Some guys that street, they are stand up. That's how they grew up. Mm-hmm. You got them stand up. They out the hood. They done got out of the hood, but they still a street nigga. They still have a street mentality. Mm-hmm. They could be niggas that own a couple houses now. Okay. Oh, I done flipped this dope money to business money. Like this is what I'm on now. But I'm still a street nigga. Right. But I'm a businessman at that. Then you have a hood nigga. A hood nigga is on the block. He's still on the block. He's still hitting sales from A to B, C to D. He's here around here. He's still hitting sales. That's still a hood nigga. Mm-hmm. He's not a street nigga. Some of them just not, like, you got a hood nigga, you got a street nigga. Like, oh, I got me a hood nigga. He's in the hood. He's still on the block. He's still selling his drugs, shit like that. And then I'm like, I mean, he's still street, but, you know, like, he just, I'd rather like a street smart man.
Okay, so let me help you out. Let me help you out with a few things. The issue I have when women say street and hood, because I don't believe most women understand the difference. You gave a good description, but there's some holes in that. So let me help you out.
Okay.
A street dude is this. It's not just the mentality. That's part of it, like you said. But street dudes, they handle their business in the street. I'm not going to say there's no boardroom, because what they accomplish in the streets doesn't make them, like, I don't want to say businessmen in the same sense, because if you're running something, that's your business one way or another. Mm-hmm. But it's like you said, it's that mentality that really makes them street. Okay, I always say the difference between the corporate game plan and the street game plan is the exact same model. It's the consequences that make it different. Because in the boardroom, you might either get fired or you might have to go to court for investment, something like that. In the streets, is death. That's the consequence. Yeah. It's violent.
It still follows you.
It's still, exactly. Mm-hmm. So now, the hood dude, I'm not a street dude, never been a street dude. Mm-hmm. I've always been a hood dude.
Right.
And the reason why I can proudly say that is because street hood dudes are dudes that are aware of what's going on in the streets. Mm-hmm. They know how to move in the streets. Mm-hmm. Don't really have to be on the block, don't have to be serving somebody, but they understand body language. They understand the feel of everything going on in not just their hood, any hood they go in, and there is a certain level of comfortability that they can perform in because they're not seeing anything new. So, for example, when I came down here from New York and I played, what was that, Cloverdale? Yeah. Over there. I kept always saying how, Cloverdale is this, that, and the third. So when I went, the first game I ever played over there, It was like 8 o'clock at night. All the cars is out there. I can tell by the vibe who's out here. You see what I'm saying? Like that. Because I'm looking like, all right. And I remember my homeboy was like, yo, you good? I was like, this is right up my alley. Like, this is shit that I'm into or whatever. But when I said I'm into it, I don't want the violence that comes along with it, because that's corny, that's something else. And plus, I ain't got no problem with nobody. But in terms of the environment, dudes gonna be talking shit while you playing. You got the fly girls over there. You see who they out there with. The dudes that making the money, they trying to be the loudest. So I'm like, I understand that. But at the same time, you take a guy that's trying to deal with a woman that seems to attract street and hood dudes. Do you think that's something that you're giving off that's making those dudes want to, like, we get it, dudes going to approach you, but you saying it seems that they're the only one. So do you think it's something that you're doing that's giving off a vibe that's saying, not y'all, just them?
If they see me on Instagram or whatever social media shaking ass or whatever, them hood niggas ain't gonna come, because they gonna say, she like that fast money. I know she like that fast money. She like bags. She like shit. She like fast money. They working men feel like, I can't take care of her. She gonna take all my money. I can't. I ain't really like. I work for my shit.
So So that brand leads me to a couple of questions. First question is, what attracts you to hood? Because you said you like the hood, dude.
Fast money.
So you don't want to transition away from, because you said you want to transition, you want to work it, man.
No, I didn't.
Like that. So then,
what wants me to separate from it is because I want my man home at night.
Oh, you want it both ways.
You're
yes,
right.
I do.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. So when you're dealing with hood niggas, you might not have your man home at night. That nigga might be still out getting his money, or he might be just out in the streets, period. Sometimes you got to work a man. He want to come home and lay with his woman after work.
Yeah.
Get in the shower, you got your dinner ready, shit like that. Your street nigga, hood nigga, he might miss that meal.
Yeah.
He didn't come home on time. You get what I'm saying? So you be like, I can't do this no more. I'm calling. I don't know if that nigga in jail or not.
Or dead.
Like, why am I keep, like, you know, I got to keep doing this until where so, even though anything can happen, but I got a better chance of my man being at work, surviving and not going to jail than my man on the streets.
So you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to sacrifice some of the money, the fast money, the
for
bags
sure,
and stuff? So
I'm here to do what I gotta do for a good man. For a good man, I'm here to do what I have to do. I'm here to change my little certain lifestyles and stuff like that. Maybe I gotta pitch in or whatever I gotta do, but I'm willing to do that for the right man.
So where I'm going with this is, so if you meet this right man and you willing to sacrifice everything, do you think that it's fair that he gets to judge you for all the previous guys that you dealt with?
He can judge me, but it take me for who I am. Is either you gonna let that go? We could talk about it. You could say, all right, man, that's crazy, stuff like that. I'm like, all right, yeah, it was what it was, but we talking about now.
Right.
What's going on now? Is we in it together? Because we ain't worrying about them. Worry about us.
That's cool. Do you judge men by who they previously, their exes?
Cool.
Yeah. And I only say that because they be they could have had a female that's like, I don't know if y'all, bullshit. That's how we talk. You could have had a female, she is bored to the shit.
What makes her that
What make her bullshit?
I'm just saying, like, her
Are we talking
hair,
physically?
Her hair, yeah, physically.
Physical.
And she probably was like a slouch too. Like she wasn't out there getting to the bed. She never gets her hair done, stuff like that. Like, just a slouch for real. And then you come around with me, and you trying to like put on this whole persona like you had this type of bitch before. You get what I'm saying? Because you around me now. Right. I seen who you was dealing with. That's not what you was on. So don't try to press down and act like you this type of different person and this is what you want in me and all of that when I seen who you was dealing with. That's how I be feeling like, no. And I be looking at it like, I be like, no.
So you don't...
That's who you attract. You attract those type of people. You only change yourself because you're trying to deal with a different type of female.
But that's the energy that you give off. So if you give off that energy, you're going to meet that energy with something.
Yeah,
right?
they're going to have to. They got to change. But now I already seen who you dealt with, so I'm still looking at you like that's who you was dealing with anyway. So I already see what you like, who you was. I see what time it is for her.
See, that's...
Well,
go ahead.
But that's not necessarily what... She could have been a good woman just because she wasn't up to your standards physically, meaning her hair and how she dressed and stuff.
That's not what I said. I said slouch.
So, first off, hold up.
Meaning, like, what I'm saying is she wasn't getting to the bag. Like, she wasn't getting no money. She just, like, not doing nothing with herself.
Right, but that don't mean that you're not a good woman if you're not getting to the bag. Some men don't value that.
This is what I just said. You rather, all right, pause.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Y'all men in here. I'm the only woman. I'm the only woman in here, right?
All right.
Y'all not saying what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
You have a wife, right?
Yes.
Or you have a wife, right?
Okay.
Y'all want to just be dealing with your wives and they not going to work? Listen, you could be a stay-at-home mom. Yeah. That's fine because you made her that way, right? But when you met her, you rather dealt with her being a slouch, not making no money. She's not working. She don't drive. She don't have a house. She's not doing nothing. When she started dealing with you is when she started getting her little self together, whatever, because you put her on. You started that. Mm-hmm. So she's enabled. So she's not really doing nothing. She's a slouch. She don't even have that type of mentality to really go and get that bag. That's not who you really want. Don't no man. Y'all not gonna sit and tell me, oh no, because the love. Oh, I don't got no money. I'm broke. I do not like going out. I don't do anything. I don't work. But she loves me. She loves me.
No, I didn't say that.
So you misconstrued what I said.
No, I'm not. It's not. I'm just saying it's things that a man may value over a woman that gets money, especially if you're a man that has resources. If you have money, I don't need you to get money. I need you to have my meal ready. I need you to nurture me. I need you to build me up. I need you to do all of those things. I may not necessarily need you to be out here trying to get to a bag because I'm doing that.
Right. But I said slouch. You know what a slouch is. Y'all y'all not no fools.
No, we not.
You know what a slouch is. She's a slouch. Point blank, period.
I don't think dudes are just dealing with tricks straight up, just slouch and claiming them like that. No, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. What I'm saying is this. We're talking in the spirit of this is somebody that you're really trying to deal with. Because I'm still not stuck, but I'm still on the fact how you were saying how like, okay, I get to the bag, I do this, that, and the third. That's why he said what he said about, okay, well, if this guy already has resources, that doesn't attract him, you know what I'm saying, to like, if I'm out there and chicks be like, yeah, you know, I'm doing this, that, and the third. And I'm looking like, well, that's cool. Because guys, we don't think, I'm going to be honest, guys with resources, they don't think power couple, honestly. Because that's not where they value that. Now, building something together, that's one thing. But that's a conversation. That's things that you can go off of. But in terms of what makes you a good woman, honestly, isn't the fact that you might go out to the bag. Because a lot of guys that's about something, we already be assuming if this chick is really about something anyway, whether she's in a relationship or not, she's always going to take care of herself. And we already respect that.
Right.
But don't get it twisted. Just because you a go-getter for the bag, that might not be the thing that's going to push you over the top for that guy. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
these days, yeah. Because these days, they think you are using them. You got men that think, look at you. Oh, no, I already know you. You want me for my money, stuff like that. So now you can't look at the woman, because she cook. That's not now. This era now, that's not what's going on. Because everybody can, I cook, I clean, I got good, all that is going on. You got all this going on, right?
Right.
They don't care. They don't value that no more. They don't value home cooked meals and stuff like that. That is not
tell the men what
going
men value.
on now.
Yeah, tell us what we value.
Tell the men what men
Yeah.
value.
I can't tell y'all what y'all value, but I can tell you what I've experienced. And that's not what's going on. They don't even care about none of that anymore.
Are these the street dudes? Are these the street hood dudes?
It could be
about?
street
or
men.
you just saying men, period?
It could be street men. It could be... if I wanted to get too personal, if this
go ahead.
If this wasn't on air, I would put something out there. But the thing is, I know somebody with a whole situation. They are engaged, all of that stuff.
Okay.
She's supposed to be fakely doing the right thing and all of that stuff like that. But he over here. She ain't doing the right thing then. It don't matter. None of that matters no more. None of that matters no more. Oh, she loves me so much. She was just here from the start. And she's home cooking and she's ironing my clothes. They don't care about none of that no more.
I think they care. I think that's individualized.
They don't care no more.
No, I'm saying no. I'm not saying what you're saying is valid. But
so what do
it's
they care
individual.
about?
Nowadays, you got
What do they care?
you can just look good now.
So that's
They going up. I'm not saying for me.
Okay.
I'm just saying that's what's going on now. You look good, an image. Nowadays, it's an image.
I think you looking for the wrong guys, man. If a
Not
guy
me.
is looking for an image,
Y'all speaking for yourselves.
no, we not.
no, we not.
No, we not.
We speaking
Because
for.
Go ahead.
these men these days, yes, they are. They are looking at images. But y'all, how old are y'all?
A lot older than you.
That's probably why. That got to be why.
But at the same time,
Not really. Not really.
Yeah.
Not really,
I know,
not really.
I know a lot of younger guys that have resources and have money, and they look for similar things. They're not necessarily looking for a woman that can get to a bag. They do want a woman that's not going to use them for their money.
For sure. So you got to make your own.
That's not necessarily
no.
true.
Let me get it because you always get that one. It's not about the guy saying you're going to use me for mine. The whole point is this. I think, and this is not a judgy, you don't have to be a street dude or a hood dude to take care of you.
No, not at all. Whoever said that?
No, I get that. But what I'm saying is, and this is other people watching, because, somebody else might be misconstruing what all of us is saying.
Yeah.
So, we gotta, it's not just always us in the room. What I'm saying is this. Okay, Bet. What do you respect more? Because this will be telling. Do you respect the fly out or the planned vacation?
Both.
Pick one. What do you respect more? Be honest.
I'm spontaneous, so I can't really say so. But if it's planned, I'm fine with it. That's only with my man.
This is what I'm trying
If
to
it's with my man, I can't really say. I can't really.
What I'm saying is this. A guy that we already know street money is fast. But runs are short too, but that's another story. Street money's fast, but you got a guy over here. He makes a nice amount of bread, and it's not about just he can fully take care of you, he can take care of household and everything else. But he may not grab you that right off top.
Right.
Might take him a month or two, but he gonna get you that bag. And he ain't breaking his bag. He just, I'm gonna grab you the bag.
Yeah.
Oh, Dubai or whatever. I've been wanting to go there too. Now we ain't gonna live in Dubai, but you know what? Summer months is coming up. We about to go to Dubai. But this guy over here, he could do Dubai in the bag on the same day and this, that, and the third. The thing I want to tell a lot of women is this. Cool, there's dudes out there that can do that. And I get it. Money rules the world and images and all that stuff. But it's a lot that comes with that. Because I ain't putting salt on nobody's game. I got a few friends that's more than a few friends that's resourced up. Some of them professional athletes, actors, rappers, whatever. They'll buy the same bag for 5 girls right there. I'm talking about 5 monograms. Like, let me get 1, 2, this color, that color. And, the girl is like, he's into me. And I be sitting there looking like, no, he's not. He just has the resources to do it. And he knows this is going to keep you happy.
Right.
It's going to keep the legs open as long as he wants it to be open. Now, the whole thing is this. Is like...
And it's like I just said, all of this you're saying. That's what I'm saying. Nothing matters anymore.
But it's individualized in terms of you. Like, if it matters to you, you can change your own book.
Yeah, me. But we was talking about, we speaking for everybody.
Yeah, we are.
I wasn't speaking.
I know. I'm not picking on you.
I told y'all. Yeah, no, y'all kind of is, but that's fine. Listen, me personally, I told you. I say if I meet the right man, I'm willing to change all of that. I'm willing to like work with him. If you got a planned vacation or whatever the case may be, I can relax.
Right.
I ain't like I'm in a rush or whatever the case may be. I'm working with my man. But if I'm single, no.
Okay.
Right.
I'm taking that bag. I'm flying out. I'm with the basketball player, the football player, like you said. Right. He got all 5 of the other girls' bags because that's what come with this shit.
Okay.
You know better.
Facts.
So you do eventually, well, you probably soon because you said you want to change, like settle down, get married, and all this stuff. Just like
I want to be married one day.
You want to be married?
Wedding or marriage? Wedding or marriage?
Kind of sort of no.
But it's like a because my thing is like some titles doesn't mean anything, but I just want to feel that like I want to love so hard that like when my man see me coming down the aisle, he crying, I'm crying, like I want to feel that. So yeah.
How much is enough? That's the nice age old question. We talking about when we doing birthday dinners and everything. Now, I'm not huge on that. I think when it's your birthday, you shouldn't have to pay for anything. Now, that's just quite naturally, it's your day. But the problem that I see a lot of times is people that like have these extravagant birthdays and stuff, they invite people to certain places and these prices don't be probably in these people's range all the time. Now, a lot of times I think collectively, a lot of things could probably be. Now, I think you don't have to know your friend's financial situation, but I think everybody has an idea of who they're hanging with and how they do things or whatever. So I'm looking online. I see when clearly it was a $4,600 or $4,800 bill. Yeah. Now, and they're arguing about who's supposed to pay it and this, that, and the third. So they showing the young lady whose birthday it is. She's adamant with well, it's my birthday. I'm not paying anything. And I kind of felt that for her. But then it was one guy that was like, okay, you had the lamb chops, you had this. Like, in his mind, he already started doing a division.
Right.
But we didn't see the whole thing. So my question is, how the hell do you let things get that out of control? Or how should those dinner dates really, not dates, those dinner birthdays, what needs to be done so these kind of things don't happen? Because I have no problem picking up a tab. Because I remember when I was in college, I got tired of, say it's like 7 of us, right? And I remember, and this is crazy because I'm not comparing it to the 4,800, but we was at Denny's.
Yeah, one 4,800.
So one 4,800, definitely. Late night, whatever. And what got me was the fact that it was these young ladies that were sitting at the table across from us. So we talking to them and everything. But when it was time for the bill, I got a table, it's all dudes. Niggas is in there like, yo, such and such, I didn't have this. And I ain't gonna lie, I was dumb embarrassed because the shit that we was kind of talking to the young ladies and stuff, it didn't add up once the bill came. Now, mind you, the bill might have been like $215, which is not even that bad with 7 dudes or whatever. But
that's it.
Yes, but hold up, mind you, this was years ago. But the whole thing was, the way it was presented, because like dudes started really making an issue of it. Like, yo, I'm not paying that, such and such. And I'm sitting there looking like, you the same dude that was telling this chick just 10 minutes ago, yo, I'm gonna take you out, I'm gonna do this, that, and the third. But then you turn to that. So me and my people started doing this thing. I felt embarrassed, so we got paid. We got outside, I said, yo, from now on, one person paid for it, and if we gotta split it up outside, then do it outside. I said, yo, I feel dumb embarrassed. Now, 4,600, some people there probably could have pulled it off. Some people can't, but I think that was a level of I'm gonna let y'all go, but I think somebody got the wrong word, because I believe everybody was told something different, like, well, Juicy paying, and Juicy heard that Will's paying, and Will heard that somebody else is paying, and everybody else is winning. Because I don't see how you rack up a $4,600 bill.
So how do you handle it?
How do you handle it? Well, first off, you're going to have to pay for it. Mm-hmm. That's for one.
Somebody got the dishes.
That's it. And I don't even think that's a thing. I think that's straight joke. First off, it's over $1,000, so that's larceny. You know what I'm saying? At that point. So nobody's leaving. But I looked at it like this. You ever go out with somebody, say you see somebody at the bar, the club, whatever, and you see them, hey, yo, what's going on? Da-da-da-da-da. You want something to drink? Because you're being polite.
Right.
And that person goes straight to the top shelf. And you like, okay. And they be like, and then when the bartender come back, he or she is like, yeah, that's $25. Back in my mind, the first thing I start thinking, ain't no way you've been drinking on this shit all night. Because you just had 2 Heinekens. I just see you had 2 Heinekens all night. But soon as I say, I'm going to pay for your joint, the bottom shelf don't mean nothing to you no more. So now I think that's what happened with that. So how do you handle it?
Man, stop playing. For that bill come back, everybody's turning into mathematicians. First of all, I'm not even. It's not even no shame in that. It's like, yo, 4,800. Hey, this wrong, yo.
So adding taxes and shit, like, cause I know if mine came up to $5, it was probably like $5.40. I'm gonna put that on there. But where did this one come from and all that? Like,
right, like, yo, we turning into mathematicians. I'm like, hey, yo, whoa. Let's get this right. Yo, who ordered
the golden chop? Because you know they got the gold steak thing with the.
I'm gonna tell you straight up, like, look, I got $250. Y'all figure it out.
Right.
Like, that's it.
Oh no, you did better than me because online I said somebody had put it up and I was like this. I said, they said, what you would have did? I would have put $100 on the table. I'm like, yo, I'm about to go to the bathroom real quick. And by bathroom I mean the car. Yeah. Like here's my 100.
You gotta think what they add. They add gratuity and shit like that. Like, okay, gratuity then came into play and all that, so that must be some shit they added too.
Right.
Because all of that shit adds up.
I don't know what they added, but I'd have been like, I'd have turned to the birthday girl, like, what you get? I'll pay for that. What I get, I'll pay for this. Here go $100 for whatever else, and we good. Like, I'm out of here.
So let me ask you this. You know, women, I despise it, but I've been hit with it too. The infamous, well, at least you can get a meal out of it. Forget this $4,600. You can get a meal out of it. Have you ever gone out with somebody just for the meal? And if you did, how much was the bill? Like, how much did you run it up?
No, well, it wasn't $4,600.
Okay.
I tell you that. But yeah, I've been out with somebody for the meal. Maybe probably like a little years back, because I don't got no tolerance right now. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like a couple years back, I went out for a meal, but it wasn't that. Probably was like almost $300, but that came from both of us. Right. Because we were both like ordering, and just really living for real, like, but at a restaurant just to eat. You get what I'm saying? The conversations was good, and we just keeping it going. We got drinks. We had a nice restaurant.
Drinks could do that. Drinks could do that. You could get, because I don't think it's so much the food at someone, like, it could be the food, but if you sitting there having a conversation, if the drinks are flowing, it'll definitely push
y'all
the bill
get drunk. Up. But $4,600, it's a no. Like that. How much is we eating here? How much is we drinking? That's just way too far. I don't give a fuck if it was even for me and my girls.
Right.
$4,600. I'm looking at it crazy too, being as though I'm the birthday girl. I'm looking like, what?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Come on, no, hold on. Something ain't right. What you order? What you order?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
What you order? Because now, like, we just was going ham because we knew these niggas was going to pay this bill. But come on now, be real.
No.
Slow down. Like, slow down. Like I guess, like, if you got it, it ain't drinking if you got it. But
you believe that?
Yeah, if you got it, then what we can ready to do this. Like, you know who you dealing with. If you know who you dealing with, you know that nigga got that money, and he like, do you, baby? I'm doing me. I'm definitely gonna do me. I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna live it up. I'm gonna pop these bottles or whatever. But I know, like, we ain't dealing with those type of guys. It's like, they ain't like that. They did offer, but they ain't no rich niggas. So we about to, just keep it cute. Let's keep it cute, y'all. Like,
see, they need to have one of y'all in every crew, because that whole, let's just see what it's for. Because there was a time where I would go out and, Go ahead, drink up, whatever. And if you with your own girls, I'm gonna get them something too. But I had a simple rule too. I'm not going by myself to the bar to get the drinks. Somebody got to come with me. Because, and the reason why is because that right there is telling within itself. Because if she's interested in you, she'll walk with you to the bar, even especially if you're getting all her friends drinks and stuff.
Right.
But if it's one of those, go ahead, we over here, come back with the drinks, and you holding 4 or 5 drinks and they coming over, nothing really good ever comes from that. Because you just another dude that went off and did it. And I've had a woman before be like, just come back, bring the drinks. I was like, all right, y'all gonna be right there? I ain't never go back. I was like, stop playing with me. Like, we not doing that. We not doing that. So you think I was wrong for that? Keep it real.
I mean, shit, you should have kept it real for her.
No, it's vibes. It's vibes. Look here. My thing is this. This gloves off. Here you go. Guys, if it's a good-looking group of women or whatever, you already know niggas been stepping to y'all all night, whatever. My thing was, I'm not competing with every nigga in here. No. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be some that I'm like this too financially. Then there's going to be some that they're like this to me. Right. And I recognize that. I'm like, my name is not, what's the dude name? Elon Musk. He the only one walking in saying it's whatever to everybody. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Jay-Z, they be like, well, Jay-Z bought a son. Well, tell that nigga to, tell him to spend $3 billion right now. But that's different. But I'm just saying at the same time, I'm into vibes. Into vibes. And I'm looking like, yo, if she's into you, even if it's for that, she gonna walk with you over there. Because that's still showing, those little things are telling. That's what I'm saying. They're telling of the situation. Like, oh,
just get out drinks. Yeah, go get out drinks. Go, you know.
Exactly, because that's a send-off. That's a send-off. That's a, go ahead, he's going to get our drinks, this, that, and the third, or whatever. And I'm looking like, you know when you being sent off. And I feel you know when somebody's interested in a certain way or not, especially with guys or whatever.
Man, listen, I don't indulge in that. I've bought drinks for ladies, but I've never bought a drink for like ladies that I was interested in. It was always in like, hey man, we drinking? What y'all drinking?
Vibes.
You know what I mean?
They just be like, yeah, that's how it be when I go somewhere. They be like, you drinking? Right. Yeah. Order her up. It was never like, walk with me. No, I never did have to walk with anybody for no drink.
I don't believe that you should lead with money.
That's
ever if you're a man. Because if you don't want them to want you for your money, then why would you lead with money?
Yep.
I don't understand when dudes that have money lead with money and then act like I don't want you to want me for my money.
Oh my gosh.
Like, yo, if you feel if it's a vibe, it's a vibe. You know?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
But if you lead with money, then of course they're gonna indulge. Who's not gonna indulge with, hey man, I want something to drink, I want something to eat, all these things.
Period. Me and my best friend just had this conversation last night. Like that's just like, you be like, if you already know, you sit here like, yeah, because I had to buy this and I ain't sport. Like, she's spoiled. Like, I do this and this. What? I'm listening to that? Cut this shit out. I don't want that money. Right. I'm going to ask you, what could you do for me? Or whatever. But we already here, out to eat. We doing this and we doing that. And I ask you for something. It just should be strange. If you leave with money, like you just said, and some guys need to listen to that. Like, you leave with money, what do you think?
Why do you think dudes is leading with money? Because women are leading with ass.
No.
Well, yeah, I think
everybody ain't just like showing ass or whatever the case may be, because you can deal with certain females in a different caliber and they on ass shit. So it's just like, I know I can't come around her in no kind of way. She ain't about to be just like she ain't around no flunky ass niggas. So I know I ain't ready to come around with her, and I'm about to be this type of nigga and be like, well, I ain't got it.
I think dudes lead with money because it's easy.
Right.
It becomes transactional. Like, if I do these things for you, then I expect you to do some things for me.
And that can happen.
You know what I mean? I think it's transactional.
That can happen.
But if you want, like, a relationship, like, you can't... I don't think relationships can go from transactional to, like, a full, real relationship. That's my opinion. I don't think that, I'm buying you things and we having sex and everything, and then all of a sudden, now I want you to love me for me, and we in love. You know what I mean?
It don't work like that.
Right.
It don't. And I'm a woman. It don't.
Right. That's. I think that's.
Because when it stopped, then what?
Right. Exactly. You know what I mean?
It do not work like that because it's just like if the feelings weren't mutual, like I had guys that I've dealt with, like we didn't went on picnics. I like shit like that. Mm-hmm. We done went camping, picnics and stuff like that. I like nature and stuff like that.
Well, that's how you get to know somebody.
That's how you get to know somebody.
Yeah.
So if you coming off at them with money off the top, like, I got this, so I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna look at you like that because now I need this done, I need that done, and I need that done.
Yes.
But if you came into me like let's date, let's talk, let's get to know each other.
That's what I said. That's what I said on the last pod. I said the first date is really to get to know you, to see if I want to court you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So if we got a vibe, we got a connection, then I may take you on a date that costs a little bit of money. Might spend some money when you do some things. But the first date is like, hey, let's go on this picnic. Let's see if we like each other. Let's see if...
Because you weren't looking to trick.
Right.
I see if you was looking to trick. It's like, all right, I'm here to trick. But if you're not here to trick, I like you for you. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at you like, I can really deal with this person. So let me just see how this first date go. That's how it's supposed to be. But not when you, like, on some whole other different type of mindset.
Yeah. I'm just saying at the same time, a lot of women with the first date thing, they don't want to get past that. They'll say things like, it's the small things. But then when you introduce them or show them something small in terms of, look here, let's just get to know each other. But I shouldn't have to tell you, let's get to know each other. Look here, this is a cool little outing. Because a lot of people get caught up in the activity of the date as opposed to, okay, real quick, are you above a movie and a dinner date?
No, I just told you I like camping.
No, hold up.
I know
the reason why I said
that.
and I respect the camping thing. What I'm saying is this. I hear so many women be like, yo, don't take me to no movie and dinner because we can't talk in the movies. And every time I hear a woman say that, I cringe for the simple fact that I really, in my head, I'm like, we're not supposed to fucking talk in the movie. The movie is there to be the movie. And when we get to dinner, that's the easiest icebreaker in the world because you start talking about things you've seen in the movie, your perspective, my perspective, and then the conversation starts curving into, okay, well, you like this, I like this, and we go on from there. But when I hear women shut down the movie and the dinner date, I'm like, and let me guess, and this is why you're single.
But that's a personal for you because you're the movie man. Like, you love movies.
Right, that might be just like a personal...
That's something that you value. And if you can't watch a movie with you can't be his woman.
Hold on, but I'm going to tell you this, though. Yeah. I'm going to tell you, I want to go. I want to go, but because I want to cut you, I'm sorry. Okay. What you call it? This is the thing with the movie, though. Mm-hmm. And a lot of women, you either got women that's super talkative or they don't say nothing at all. There's really no in between. So I'm looking like, I know I can dominate a conversation, but the difference is this. I don't want to dominate the conversation as if you can't say anything. Like, I want to hear everything you're talking about. I want to go back and forth and be like, "Were you two such and such like that?" But when it feels like the only reason why this conversation is flowing is because I'm doing the talking and you kind of just like,
no personality.
I'm like,
that's what she's not feeling.
I'm like, gee, in my head, on the surface, I'm like this. In my head, I'm like, yeah, this is over in about 30 minutes.
But that brings me to the other day. A lot of dudes leave with money because they be really corny dudes.
Corny as shit.
Like, they be corny. Like, they can't hold a conversation. They can't keep a woman's attention. You know what I mean? So they be corny. Like, so you gotta leave with money. Like, hey, let me take you here. Let me do this.
Let's do this.
Instead of talking, making somebody laugh, just having a good conversation.
But I think
some conversations don't, like, if you look at you outside, like you dating a man or whatever, y'all out to eat and stuff like that, like some conversations be going nowhere. You be looking like, yeah, I'm just ready to finish my food. I'm just ready to go because he corny as shit. And you got some ones that you be like, yo, our conversation, like we really was like vibing, like the conversation was like real for real. That's why I like the little movie, and I like movies. I like dinner. I love a man like when he be like, I cook. I had a friend, he told me like he was dealing with this girl, and the first day he was just like, you know, I can cook. Like, I cook for you. And she was like, what, you broke? I don't look at it
That's
like
crazy.
yeah, like oh you broke. Why would our first date be that? I love that shit. Like oh you can cook. All right, let's see what you can do. Like I like shit like that. Like all right, cook. I'ma still dress up and everything too. While I'm coming to your house for dinner because I wanna see this. Like and it was actually cool. Like he cooked real good and. Had the food going.
Who was it?
My wine.
Who was it? G. Garvin?
Who was that?
Say that about that's. Man, you know.
Yeah, no.
He's like, no. I'll show you off camera like that's funny because he was like a big time chef and he looked like LL Cool J. That's funny, but he was a chef or whatever.
No, I got friends that chefs, but he's not one of them. But no, this was a guy like I was dealing with, so he wasn't a chef, but he's not a chef at all. He just felt like I want to make it special. Let me cook for you. And sometimes, like
dope.
some people put they all in it, like when they like somebody.
Exactly.
And it's just like like
and that guy that you on a date with, that you talking to at the restaurant, and the conversation ain't going nowhere.
No.
He know the conversation ain't going nowhere either.
Yep.
So you know what he gonna say? Hey, let's go shopping.
Yeah.
You know what you gonna say?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm just thinking about taking you shopping tomorrow, and then you be like, "Oh, really? Like, well, where we going?" And now it's getting up there, but that's where he fucked up at. That's where
Let me ask y'all this: y'all ever had a bad date, and you were the reason it was a bad date? Why y'all thinking? Yes, and it's a
never had a bad date. Like this. I'm not a serial dater. Think I'm a good one, but this time, and I brought it up because I know for a fact that when I say the one bad date, this was bad. Like I ruined the whole thing. Like, and I didn't realize it. I realized it halfway through, and I was like, "This is at the point of no return." Like I knew it as it was going. I was like, it wasn't even salvageable. Like during the date, like I'd already jumped off the ledge. I was like, "Yeah, you need to just end this." And what happened was, I'm gonna tell you what happened. So I had an ex, and I still, I'm sorry, when you with somebody for 4.5 years, once y'all break up that first week, y'all still together. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't really, unless it's something crazy, it's still there.
Y'all still around.
Yeah, it's still there.
So after she done moved on, maybe a few months after she done moved on, and at this point I recognized she moved on.
Right.
So I was kind of missing that whole, vibing with somebody. Now, I was up financially at the time. I was chilling, whatever. That wasn't an issue. But I should have just took time to myself. But I didn't. I was trying to replace that void that was left. And I went too hard and trying to replace. So we're sitting there. We at the date and everything. We chilling. And like I said, I could command a conversation, but I'm just talking, and I'm just looking like, yeah, because me and you, when we get together, we gonna be doing this. And the third, straight scanner off. Like this is the first date. I should not be talking about our plans and how we gonna be doing stuff. And it's crazy. I look back at it at the time. She's sitting there with a smile, but in the back of her mind, she's like, get me the hell out of here. I just came just for that. And by the time I picked up on the vibe, I was like, oh yeah, it ain't no cleaning this one up. Because she started looking at that watch, and I was like, oh yeah. That phone started ringing all of a sudden, and I was just like, so, what you gonna do a little later? She was like, oh, I'm going home. Yeah. But this is what made it crazy. She was like, this is what I was laughing. I didn't laugh right there at the moment, but after on the drive home, when she's like, yeah, I'm going home by myself. And she's like, no company, I just wanna. She was making it clear, like, nigga, we are not hanging out. You're not coming out. I'm not coming to your house. Nothing. Yeah. She's like, just walk me. And I think when we was walking out, I was like, where you parked at? She's like, oh, I'm fine. She's like, I'm fine. You can see. You can see my car from here. And I was like, all right, I'll see you later. When I went to give her a hug, like this. When it's the hug and they interested, you know how that go. It's an embrace. She was arched like this. It was no type of skin to skin. It was like, oh. And you know what she hit me with right before we left? As the hug.
Hey.
The 2 taps. Once you get them 2 taps on your back, you know it's over.
Yeah.
She was like, okay, it was nice meeting you. I was like,
I ain't never got the 2 taps, yo.
Mm.
I ain't got a dap before. That was bad. That was bad. He took this chick out, yo. Then at the end of the day, she dapped him, yo.
So what? So okay, since you're this anomaly that never had the bad date because
I never had one.
What about a bad date? Period. That you were just like, that you just checked out of, like, oh God, he can't clean this up.
I'm being for real. I didn't, because I really don't like.
So every nigga hits it out the park with you.
Yeah, because I don't really got no tolerance. I know who I'm gonna go out to eat with. I know what I'm gonna do with that person or whatever the case may be. Because like, I ain't with none of that. In the beginning, if I know I ain't feeling you, I'm dipping. I can't lie.
So when do you? So
I'm just like that.
Do you know if you feeling them before or prior to the date or?
Yeah, heck yeah. Because we done already text, talk, stuff like that. But if we ain't do none of that and all that, it's just like, oh, all right, we just like, this was our first date and I'm trying to figure it out. No.
Are you more text or talk?
I'm also talk. So I feel like if you talk on the phone,
yeah,
you can get more out of a person.
100%.
Texting, you're not get. I don't even know who you really are for real.
It's impersonal.
Yeah, I want to see your face. I want to look you in your eyes. I want to know what you're saying is for real.
Mm-hmm.
Like that texting, no, I can't see what you really saying for real. I don't know if you for real.
Nah, with a text. When I was talking to another friend of mine earlier, I was telling her, with a text, people get hot with text because there's nothing. You can say, people are right words, but when it's time to actually execute them and say them,
right,
it don't come out the same way. And you know it doesn't come out the same, because like, the crazy thing with a text is somebody could be standing next to that person like, yo, say this. And all they doing is just typing, whatever's being said, stuff like that. But when you have to, like she said, when you got to be on the phone and you got to be who you are, stuff like that, dudes ain't pulling it off the same way.
Well, it's worse when you texting because you don't know how somebody said something.
Yeah, I don't text.
Yeah, if you're beefing or something like that with your significant other or whatever the case may be, somebody could have been saying this one way. You thinking that they didn't say it a whole fucked up way. Like, oh, really? That's what we on? You be like, hold on. Time's out. That is not how I said it. Oh, all right, call me because that's how I'm looking at this text. How you sent this text. That's just what I'm going off of. But when you on a phone, it's just like, oh, all right, yeah. Because
I like to talk. I want to communicate.
I want to communicate. I want to hear it. Like, you bring more, like, what can I say? Like, enthusiasm or something. Yeah. Like, it's like, yeah, because I really do like to do, like, you get what I'm saying? You really get to know somebody. You hear it in their voice. But, like, far as text, it's just like, oh, okay, oh, well. Then, when you texting, it could be hours apart. Like, everybody is not sitting there just... texting right away. Like, you can, oh, dad, you was long-winded with that text. You're like, oh, worry, I was doing something and all this other shit. You be like, damn, like, we're having a good conversation.
First of all, if you write too much, I'm not reading it.
A paragraph is a no for me.
I'm not reading it.
I do not read it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you write a paragraph, I'm not reading it.
I don't.
Especially in a beef. This is my thing. I'm open to it. This is the thing with a beef. I don't personally believe, I'm be honest, we're not beefing over text. We're not doing that. I'm not doing it because I'm the master of once you send a paragraph, I'm calling. Yo, so you read it? No, I didn't read it. I need you to tell me what you said because I don't have time for that. I personally feel text messages are for information. Right. You can send. I can send you instructions. Right. Now that's something different. Yeah. Need this, such and such. I'm cool with those kind of paragraphs. Back and forth banter. Lighthearted, we can do that. Because light banter back and forth is not paragraphs. That's a few sentences and you going back and forth. Sometimes it's emojis, sometimes it's some screenshots. Not screenshots, but you might put a GIF or something next to it. But the minute you start, it's funny how it ain't funny how nothing. Because this is why I have an issue with that. Because I feel people that like to argue over text messaging, they're people that want to go down a certain rabbit hole without being interrupted. Because if you're saying something, if you're going somewhere that I'm like, hold up, you just said what? No. Put this, you can still have a problem with me, but let me stop you from going down that road because this. But if you text, you're just going down that hole and at the end, respond. I'm like, nigga, I'm not responding to all of that because I could have stopped you 14 sentences ago.
Yes.
Like, no. Like, so it's funny. Were you at 7 West? A simple no would have stopped you from saying all the other shit.
On the phone.
On the phone, exactly.
Yes.
But during the text, you just want to shoot and not get stopped. You just want to shoot unwillingly and just go. So that's why I'm not big on the text message that. But like she said though, that's just the world we in now. And I'm also the master of even with the phone, and I know y'all been there too, even on the phone, I want to hear tone because I'm the master of you know what? I'm on my way. You know what I'm saying? Like that, because I feel people can you can feel when somebody blowing you off over the phone. I remember I was at Morgan, one time I had to get my transcripts, and I've been calling for weeks. Everybody's like, whatever. And mind you, I'm only at the time, I'm like 20 minutes away. But I'm still 20 minutes away.
Right.
But the way the guy's on the phone, and I think what got me tight is I'm talking to him, and you can hear somebody in the background, and the guy started laughing, but the laughing wasn't one thing. When he started humming, like, I said, oh, this nigga thinking something sweet. So I said, so I waited. So I said, you know what? I said, what time y'all close? It was 1:30. He was like, we close at 4:30. I said, I'm on my way. Click, hung up the phone. Jump in the car, zoom, shoot straight there. And they was like, can we help you? I said, yeah, who answers the phones around here?
Yeah.
I was like, who answers the phones? And they was like, me. I said, oh, that was you. I was like, yeah. So then when I said the same thing then, oh, nah. I said, nah. And I told him, I said, nah, you was getting a little funky on the phone. I said, if you want to be funky, cool, just be funky right now. Nah, sir. I said, nah, I'm a sir. I said, and so after that,
I wasn't a sir on
I wasn't on the phone.
Right.
So then another lady came up. She was just like, what can we do? I was like, I need my damn transcript. Now, mind you, when you're ready to go to war with somebody and you thinking it's going to be more back and forth, she was like, oh, well, we'll get it. And I'm like, yeah, I thought you would. Whatever like that.
Ain't no beef. Yeah, I don't like the whole beefing thing and all of that. I'm very nonchalant to it, especially in the text. If you got a paragraph, I'm skimming through it. I probably seen the main word, and that was probably it. And then I text back like, "What the fuck are you even talking about?" Like,
oh no, I've got chicks got real mad at me because they sent me paragraphs, and then I see them, and they be like, "Did you even listen to me?" I said, "I didn't read that."
No.
Oh, you don't care at all? No,
that's me.
I'm never gonna read it.
That's me. I'm
Bro,
nonchalant.
Say it now.
Yeah, I'm very nonchalant. And I just had an argument yesterday about that. Like, oh, you just play this bad bitch role. Like, you just cannot like have any type of emotions. That's just not what it is. I'm not argumentative.
Okay.
I don't feel like it.
Yeah.
What we on? Okay, why do you feel that way?
I'm big on.
Why do you want me to get crazy? You want me to act crazy, and then you want me to say shit out my mouth that you don't really want to hear. And then next thing you know, it's really going crazy. As a man, I just feel like when you want to argue with a woman, like that's just women tendencies. I hate that shit.
It's weird.
Dip. Like, oh, let me have my little word or whatever was going on. All right, let's just get over. All right, next subject. That's just what it is. But if you want to sit there and beef with me, like you're a man beefing with a woman, and then you want the last word. You know a woman gonna want the last word. She gonna say tomato. That's just what it is. Like you're gonna have the last word. Like we want the last word. Give us that.
I've asked some questions because I know a few women that actually have OnlyFans pages. I remember when the whole idea of the whole OnlyFans thing first came out. I didn't know anything about it, and I made a comment online. I was like, yo, I'm about to get one of these OnlyFans shit. And then my inbox went crazy. Dudes was like, nigga, that's some freak shit. Or whatever. Like, I didn't understand. I was looking like, this is when this couple of years ago, people was just like, nigga, you don't want no OnlyFans. I'm looking like, yo, so what is it everybody's always talking about? Mm-hmm. So then, as time went on, of course, I got a better understanding, per se, about it. So I asked Miss Juicy over here, do you have an OnlyFans? She said yes. So what is it that made you want to jump on OnlyFans? Like, did you have to be, I don't want to say coerced, but was it something that you understood and was like, you know what, I can do that and I can cash in too?
So 2019, my best friend told me about it, or whatever the case may be. So I never really fell through with it until the pandemic. So when everything had shut down, everything was shut down. I'm talking about you couldn't leave out, you couldn't go get tissue, food, hair products, shit like that. Nothing. No, you couldn't do nothing because my job, I couldn't even go to work. I was in a nursing field, so I couldn't even go to work. So it was so much going on at the time. So I'm like, I see like the women, they like OnlyFans. So I'm like, I had the OnlyFans. So I went on there. I wasn't even, to be real with y'all, I ain't even posted nothing on there. I had $600 in my account. And I never even posted on it.
It was just the anticipation.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, go ahead.
I guess it was just that.
All right,
so I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, y'all, I got $600, so I cashed out of it.
Just to see.
Next thing you know, I'm like, what? We ain't working, shit like that. 2020, I turned it up a notch. Once I turned it up a notch, that shit was paying more than rent. That shit was for real. So I'm seeing what I'm making just to be on camera. What the fuck? Porn stars do it.
Yeah.
But I ain't on no porn star shit. I'm doing this with my nigga who I'm dealing with. Or dildo shit like that. I ain't just all out, on some porn star status. That's just not what type of time that I be on, period. So I'm like, this shit is really bringing my money in. Like, for real. Like, why people like sitting home and shit like that, I'm getting titties done. Off of OnlyFans. Yeah. I'm getting titties done and shit like that.
So you had work done?
I got my titties done. Yes,
okay.
I got my titties done, but I wanted them natural. So
I
had got them natural. I didn't get them like real big. I just wanted them to fit me.
In your frame.
So I went to Miami while the pandemic was still going on. Shit, I was still shoot. I shot a movie in while the pandemic was going on. So that money, that shit was coming in. I was paying my rent, paying car payments, and still having fun. I'm traveling. I'm in LA. I'm everywhere with this shit. Because they is really cashing out on his OnlyFans, because Twitter, especially when you go on Twitter, you post your shit on Twitter, that's just that. You gonna go viral on Twitter. You post your shit on Twitter, it's gonna get retweeted and retweeted and retweeted and retweeted, and then they're gonna want to know, who is this freak? Oh, let me click on, there you go. And you got your fans up, and then there you go. And I still have it. I don't give a hell. I can work and whatever, and it still be clocking.
That's enough.
Clockwork.
That's another it's another stream of income, so not mad at that. What's, if you don't mind us, what's the largest, how much in one day?
Oh gosh. Well, it don't do that. OnlyFans don't get down like that. One day, it don't do that. That's what's really the crazy part. It don't.
So I mean, what's the most you got in one day? Because you got a whole.
It don't do that.
Okay, so explain, how does that work then?
Because what they do is, OnlyFans don't even let you cash out like that. And you gotta wait for days. You gotta wait for 2 days for it to cash out like
that's
that.
Not bad.
So it's not bad, but it don't really but you don't really just cash out I don't cash out one. I would probably take $5,000 off because I'm paying whatever I'm paying with that $5,000. Yeah. That's just it's like that. Right. It don't just go all right, this one day, just there you go. No. And actually, you can file your taxes. I file taxes with OnlyFans. So it's like a job. So you at the end, you can file your taxes, you can cash out. You really got to give them your bank information and stuff like that. I never had no discrepancies with OnlyFans. You just got to keep it going.
Yeah, I think that's probably the part where it goes, because I know like I said, the two ladies that I know that are actually doing it, she pretty much said what they do too. But she, this particular one that I'm talking about, she's, I grew up with her. And when she got her body done and stuff, like, the reason why I don't kill her and other people like kill her that we grew up with and stuff is because she kind of told me prior to, like, yo, this is what I'm doing. Mind you, OnlyFans wasn't out. Right. But she was kind of like, this is what it's for. And like I said,
for sure, I can understand.
Yeah, so I can't kill her because she told me like prior to, and like I said, me and her was just cool. Like we just grew up, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm about to go to the Dominican Republic." She paid a couple of dollars, but she has since quadrupled that. Like that the body done paid for itself 1,000 times over, and she is still who she is. I give her that. You know, you're gonna deal with whoever you deal with in the past, and you know. People will look at you, you know, and feel...
I don't care.
Once mine, always mine, or I used to deal with you, this, that, and the third, so I still had a shot and stuff like that. And she said, like, those are some of the quote-unquote struggles that she said, because she was like, dudes don't get it. Like, yo, okay.
No, they don't.
Like you said, that's what triggered it when she was like, because she said it too, she was like, I outgrew them. Like, okay, we dealt with each other.
Whatever.
I've outgrown you and things like that. So, like I said, I'm not against women getting their bodies done. Now, if things are disproportionate and stuff like that, and I'm kind of like, seriously, so you want us to believe that this, like, my thing is, it ain't about me, but I'm looking like, seriously, you want us to believe that this is natural, or you just purposely over the top because you want us to know that this, that, and the third. Because, like I said, I'm just big on, I feel everybody has the right to feel about themselves how they want to feel about themselves. Right. And if that's the thing that makes you feel good, then by all means do it.
I was definitely getting my titties done. That was just that. My daughter,
they were too small?
She sucked me to a damn prune. I breastfed. And I had to breastfeed. Yeah. So I breastfed my daughter like her whole time. I think I breastfed up until like 7 months. And I was sucked dry. Like when I looked at the before and after, I was like, yeah, I think I make the right
So you said that you just didn't care about how people felt about the OnlyFans?
No, I didn't, because who the hell are you?
Right.
You ain't paying my damn bills. You're not clothing my daughter. You're not doing anything. And some people don't even know what the hell you really doing certain shit for. And it's really not none of your damn business, but you don't know. Somebody could be paying school. Right. You could be really busting it down to pay for school, because I paid for some shit that I had going on. You do not know what's people's struggles. So you can judge me all you want. I don't care. You don't know what the hell I really got going on in life for real. So, and this is why I'm doing it. Like, you don't know why I'm doing this.
So,
hey.
All right, it's a real question coming.
Okay.
So, your daughter gets older and sees your OnlyFans.
Okay. I would hope not, but go ahead.
Huh?
I would hope not. It's going to be deleted by the time.
Right, but you know, we got screencast and all kinds of stuff. What if she comes across this, or somebody at her school comes across this?
Right.
How do you deal with that?
So my daughter is about to be 10. Social media, I don't play that with her. Who I am on camera is not who I am off camera. I'm a mom. Right. I'm really a mom. I'm very strict and then not strict. Like, my daughter looks up to me so much. Like, I'm like a doll. I'm like a famous person to her.
You're a
like
hero.
She brags about me.
Yeah.
My mom pretty like, she loves me. Like, she looks up to me. So I make sure she don't be like around that type of stuff. But if it was to ever get to her as she got older, I would tell her, like, you know, that was my lifestyle. That would never be yours. You don't follow the same footsteps that I followed. That's something that I had to do to take care of you. But you're good now. You're good. Because one thing for sure, I'm like, y'all know this now. She's not going to ever want for nothing. So the shit that I'm doing, she ain't doing. She ain't never doing it. I can't really say what her path is going to be, because we don't know. We can't really tell our kids what to do, what's going on these days. Like, come on, like, this shit is so advanced. Nothing was advanced like this back in the day, like nowadays. But I could be a better parent to help and teach her what not to do. what's good for her and what's not good for her. So I doubt if that even like come about. But if somebody want to be slick and you got some fucked up people out here, somebody that's the only way.
I say that because kids is mean, man.
No, kids is mean as shit, and that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
I've never had like I've never had that. And when she get older, that's why she's a child right now.
Yeah, she about to hit middle school though soon.
I'm 32.
Yeah.
I ain't about to be busting it down on OnlyFans until I'm 40 and shit like that. That ain't even what the fuck is going on. The goal is to
that money be looking good though.
It look good, but the goal is to get my money right so I don't have to do it.
Facts.
So that's what the goal is.
So when you go to school, you go on professional.
Hell yeah! What the hell?
No, I wanted to put it out there because
no, I'm a mom. I just look like a mom.
Exactly. No,
I work for the school.
Yeah, but we also
that's
see.
The funny thing.
Yeah, we see. We've seen things. Of course, not like this because this is outerwear. But I'll be there in the morning time. Like the hell, like so you just rolled over and brought your kid to school like this, and
we don't have to get out of the car.
You don't think that this is going to affect her or his day? Sure. You know what I'm saying, like that.
I wouldn't embarrass me, and I damn sure wouldn't embarrass my daughter.
See,
so that's not even happening, and we don't even get out of the car. Like we have carpool. Yeah. So everybody just they ride behind each other. Hey, she's getting out. They walk. That's what good schools are for. They get out. They walk over. They walk them in the door. They do all of that like chauffeurs. So I ain't gotta go through that. But I'm damn sure not gonna come to the school like that and walk up and then my ass jumping and all that looking crazy. No, I ain't that type of hood and.
We had somebody. I only say that because I had a parent that was on that kind of time.
Yeah, well, that's them. Like, what they do? Churches say, "Come as you are." That's what they are. They ain't who that shit.
No, the reason why the crazy thing with her though was not crazy. She got to the bag and all this other stuff, whatever. And I never said anything because that's a slippery slope, especially coming from a man to a woman. You see what I'm saying, like that, and it's like you can't really. It's almost, of course, like we always talked about before. Yeah, I can't make you do something unless I physically do something. But I'm looking like. If I'm like, look here, your kid is in this school, da-da-da-da. Oh, well, but my kid, she used to always, I've watched her, somebody else tried to say something to her before, and she deflected on some old, well, my kid is one of the smartest kids here. And I really want to be like, yes, she is, but.
That's not what we're talking about.
That's not what we're talking about. And quiet as kept, the kid was smart. But how I watched the kid all day, like, cause she liked me and stuff and everything. How she talked, I'm like, she's around you too much because she's repeating stuff. She was a little too advanced for her age. Yeah, now I'm not talking about nothing sexually or nothing because I don't do that at all. But I'm listening and I'm looking like these aren't your thoughts because you're a kid. You have no idea. Right. You doing stuff even like when they like, okay, kids, just model pose. Most kids are goofy. They doing stuff like that. Oh no, she was up here dropping it down, and I was just like, I was like, yo. So I would always, what I would do, like when she would do little things that's inappropriate, I'd be like, get out of here, ain't nobody looking at you, such and such. Just trying to like ignore, just trying to like, I'm picking on her, just to mess with her. She would always laugh and stuff, but I'm really trying to stop her. Like, no, don't do that. And so I had a conversation with the mother, was kind of like, she, you gotta be mindful. I understand because me and I was on the same social media thing, and I was like, I get it, you have a good time. I said, but you're an adult. You're making conscious decisions. I was like, just keep in mind. And to her, and when I sent the inbox, I thought she was gonna try to go off because it was the bubble for a minute. And then she kind of was like, nah, I appreciate it, thank you. And I was like, whew. Because I thought that was going someplace else.
I don't have that going on. Luckily, I don't have that. My baby is nowhere near grown.
Yes, and
no, she's not, and like that shit. They might look at it and be like, "Oh, she have a daughter. Mind your damn business." That shit ain't going on. I don't shake my ass around her. I don't talk wild around her. I don't do none of that shit. So we ain't even going there. She's well put. She's smart, and like she's her own person. Like she likes to do hair. That's just who she is. She's her own person. She don't look at me. She look at me like I am a Barbie doll to her. she'll look at me like, oh, she's a damn freak. This lady's a freak because she is 10 years old. Like, she don't know what the hell is going on. She just I just see that my mother be pretty. And that's just, I want to be pretty. I like to do makeup. I watch my mother do makeup. I want to do makeup. And that's just how she is. And I just make sure that she stays a little girl.
Yes. That's the important part. She continues, and I can attest, you are a very present mother. You're around. Your daughter's beautiful, and she's everything that you're saying she is.
Yeah.
So, I would like to thank Juicy for showing us love. We're going to kidnap her, y'all. She's coming back. She's definitely coming back. Definitely coming back, because, you know, she's got loose with us now. She's not giving me a hard time anymore, but we definitely going to have her back. You already know Oshin's View. You're going to see us on Instagram. You want to give your Instagram, or you don't want to get followed no more?
Oh, I can get followed, but I'm shadow banned. But it's Love Eva La Juicy. So it's Love_Eva La Juicy.
Yes, and you need to hurry up because she doesn't have good luck on social media. They ban her for every little thing.
Twitter, I'm good on Twitter. Twitter is good.
Yeah.
I'm still on Twitter. I got my followers up on Twitter. Not to jinx myself, but yeah, I don't be took. So on Twitter is Love Eva La Juicy. If y'all want to see content or whatever y'all want to see on there, I'm on there. I'm doing me on there.
There it is. Oshin's View. You already know.
Peace.